Conflicted Chaos with Riley
and Emma. Welcome back to Conflicted Chaos, Season 2, Episode 9, the last episode of Season 2. Woo!
Happy last day of school.
Happy last day of school, actually. Yeah, of Year 3. That's crazy.
Of Year 3.
Yeah, but don't worry, we're doing a summer edition. Won't be in the studio, but it'll still be more Riley and Emma content, so not to worry.
Yeah, you don't have to worry.
Speaking of last day of school, it was actually really sad. We had our last class today.
And there was a lot of, well, we talked about this last episode, but there was a lot of people, I didn't realize that some people were actually graduating who are graduating.
Yeah, same.
And
yeah. it was sad. And I feel like I got to know a lot of people this year, and then I found out they were graduating, so we're not going to see them next year.
I know,
Which sucks, yeah.
But we'll keep in contact, maybe.
We'll keep in contact. But, I mean, some of these people we might never see ever again, which is crazy.
Yeah. My favorite part of the class, though, everyone was going around saying, like, what they loved and, like, how much the class meant. And then it got to one person. And she's like, this is very nice, but here's all the things that you should change about the program.
Oh, my gosh. Maybe I wasn't listening for that part. I don't remember that part.
Rena?
Jeez.
It's fine. It was funny.
Yeah.
It cracked me up. I started laughing. I guess you missed what she said.
You think I did? I heard when she started speaking, but I don't remember why everyone started laughing. I didn't hear what she...
because she said, this is really nice, but I'm going to give some critical or constructive feedback.
Oh, no way. I didn't hear that part.
And then like Aaron's like, oh, great, here we go.
I did not hear that part.
Yeah, you missed that. But yes, that was my favorite part of the class. Anyways, after our class, we had some lunch, and I spilled on my jeans.
Yeah, Riley had some vegetarian sushi from the grocery store. It's on the other side, too.
No.
It's transferred over to the other side.
It looks like I've peed, maybe, but I really miss the toilet. So hopefully it comes off.
And it was right as you were, like, opening the package.
Well, no, I'd opened it, because I didn't know what to do, so I put the soy sauce on the thing, and then I squeezed a little too hard, and it went bzzz.
And all I hear is Riley go, oh my God.
What have I done now?
And I look over and disaster has occurred.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very sad. And it kind of got me thinking about next year. In a year's time, this is going to be us. And I will be in a puddle of tears next year. 100%.
Just bring Emma lots of Kleenex.
Because I feel like I have a lot of friends too that just as life happens, I won't probably ever see again, which is crazy. And people that live in different places or from different places, and my friends who are international students, like, who knows if they'll stay in Canada after graduation, like, you know, wherever life takes them.
Do you have lots of international students?
As friends? I have a few, yeah.
Really?
I have a few, yeah. We have one, Julian.
Oh, yeah. Is Julian international?
He's from Colombia.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if he's staying in Canada. I haven't talked to Julian in a bit.
I guess Maria is too.
Mm-hmm.
The hot dog.
Yes, she played
a hot dog.
The main character in Riley's short film in second year. Yeah, it's really sad. It's really, really sad.
Oh.
But, I mean, life takes us places, and that's just how it is.
Yeah. On to the next thing.
Yeah. Speaking of Julian, I don't think he'll care if we talk about him.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I see him all the time, and he'll say, hi, Emma, but I haven't really had a conversation with him in a bit.
I haven't seen Julian. I saw him once at Christmas time with you before we went to the Distillery District. But that was the only time I've seen him. Because he was in, like, all of our productions in second year. Like, every single... Minus mine. He was supposed to be in mine, but something came up. Yeah.
Julian is actually quite famous in our program. Because every time there's a production and people need talent and actors... He's in on all of them. He was in like 3 of them today that we watched. He's in every single one.
And then Alex, who became our friend, he's in almost all of them too.
Yes, he is.
He was in ours. He was in another one, and then he was...
Yes. For those who watched our episode last week, Alex was the friend that I had the interesting subway occurrence
where you
with.
Made friends.
He was the friend I was with, yeah. Yeah, it's really sad. Really, really sad. Well, interesting. And I feel like I was thinking about this in class, but like next year when we're in 4th year, that might be the last time we'll ever be students again. I think I want to do my master's, but I mean, who knows? That might be the last time we're ever a student.
I hope that's the last time I'm ever a student, because I will be on my 8th year of university.
Oh yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that that chapter is coming to a close. Mm-hmm. And I feel like graduation is really gonna rip us a new one. I feel like that's gonna be a very emotional day. Like 100%. It's gonna be wild.
Emma won't be able to contain herself.
No. And I feel like we've really started to get to know people last year, but specifically this year because of COVID. Yeah. And I feel like I'm meeting people every day and they'll tell me their names and I'm like, I remember you from first year, but on Zoom.
Yeah.
And now
when
I'm
it was
meeting
a black
you.
screen because no one would put their cameras on.
Yeah, literally a black box with a name, and I'm now just meeting them in real life.
Yeah, that's what happened with Nicole on our production. I was like, hey, I'm Riley, by the way. She's like, I know who you are. And I was like, oh, this is awkward. And I was like, we've never met before.
No.
And she's like, yeah, we have. We met lots. And I'm like, well, we've only met over Zoom.
Yeah.
So we've actually never met in person.
It's crazy.
And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, we've never met in person.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
And actually seeing, I don't know, just like people in person and knowing that they're more than just a box online.
In the flesh.
Yeah, it's weird. It's wild. But we still got one more year. Next year is going to be so busy.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun, though. I think it's going to be the best year, 100%.
Emma and I are putting together something really cool.
We are putting together something really cool. I don't really want to talk about it. No. I don't want to put it out there yet. I mean, it is kind of out there, but I don't want to put it out to this audience. But this time next year, we'll have a final version. Yeah. We can talk about, we got everything lined up. Premieres, like.
We have it all ready to go now, but we can't talk about it yet.
We can't talk about it yet. It'll be exciting, though. Mm-hmm. It's a big project. It's the biggest project I've ever worked on.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So there's been like lots of concerts happening in Toronto lately.
Yes, there has.
Yeah. So you know that Noah Kahan guy?
Yes.
See, I've never listened to his music, and he played in Vancouver a couple weeks ago, and I was like, like maybe I should, like, because everyone was posting on their Instagram stories that he was there. Yeah. Do you listen to him?
I know his most popular songs.
Okay.
Like I know maybe 10 of his songs, the most popular ones, but I wouldn't consider myself a mega fan. I do like his music, though.
I know one line to one song, or 2 lines maybe.
What song?
Stick Season.
Yeah.
And how it goes. It's the season of the sticks and I... Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I should listen to this guy. He's got a song about hockey. Like, I'm gonna listen. Turns out, Stick Season is not about hockey sticks.
You thought Stick Season was about... I was like, which one of his songs is about hockey?
I thought it was about pond hockey, you know? Like,
no, it's
I love Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks. I thought he was, like, going out to go play hockey.
No, I think it's just about fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
That's what, yeah.
I was looking at you, I was like, I might be the dumb one because I didn't know he had a song about hockey.
Well, yeah, I only just recently listened to it, and I was like, oh... It's not about hockey.
It is. Stick Season is not about hockey, guys. Wow.
Yeah.
Riley told me actually last night, she texted me, she said, Emma, I need your thoughts on this because I feel like an idiot. And I was like,
what could it possibly be? I told Kat in class yesterday and she just looked at me blankly because she was looking at, that's how it got brought up. She was looking at tickets for him. I guess he's coming back.
Yeah, he was in Toronto the other night. He brought out Shawn Mendes.
Why is he coming back? In like a couple weeks, and she was like looking, and I was like, did you know that Stick Season isn't about hockey? And she just like looked at me blank. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm the only one that thinks that.
I actually didn't realize that Noah Kahan's been in the music industry for quite some time. I mean, he had an album in 2017, and there's some popular songs like now on that album, but I didn't really know about him until the last 6 months.
Does he have any songs about hockey?
Well, I don't think so.
Oh. Because I was like, he doesn't look like a hockey guy, but...
He looks like a nice guy, though. He brought out Shawn Mendes in Toronto because apparently he was feeling sick. Noah Kahan was feeling sick, so that's why he brought Shawn Mendes out. And I heard something about how Shawn Mendes is making a comeback because he's sort of been out of the whole music scene for a bit.
Yeah.
I haven't really heard anything about him for a bit.
I haven't heard anything either.
Well, it's just exciting. Canadian boy.
You like your Shawn Mendes?
I do like Shawn Mendes. Yeah, he's good.
Hmm.
Not my favorite artist of all time, but I do like his music.
I find him kind of whiny.
Whiny.
Yeah.
How so?
Like, he sounds like he's crying all the time.
Oh. Can't agree, but we have to support our Canadian artists, Riley.
Okay. Just be a little
Justin
less
Bieber,
emotional.
Shawn Mendes,
MMA Beckett.
Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling.
Ken.
Yes, he's just Ken.
He's just Ken.
Did you ever watch the Barbie movie?
No.
What?
No.
You've never seen the Barbie movie?
No.
Oh, it was so good. 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yes, you should watch
I
it.
didn't watch that, and I didn't watch Oppenheimer, and
You didn't. I watched Oppenheimer.
and I won't be watching them. So, Barbie just like looks too pink. It looks like your world.
I'm living in a dream house. Yeah, it is so good though.
It is Emma wrapped in a nutshell.
But it's not just about Barbies. Like, it's about girlhood and womanhood, and like, you're looking at me like this sounds. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna move on. I can't have you diss the Barbie movie. That's not gonna happen in the studio today. All right? Greta Gerwig, we love her.
So yeah,
All right?
I thought she was the activist. You know?
Maybe we should just move on. I don't know where this is heading.
You know the one that was like, make the planet good. You know that one?
Oh.
She's always in trouble. Her name
Greta
is Greta.
Thunberg.
Oh.
Greta Thunberg. Not Greta Gerwig.
I don't know who these people are, man.
Riley doesn't know who anybody is.
I'm in
She
my
thinks
own
Stick
world.
Season is about hockey. She thinks Greta Gerwig is Greta Thunberg.
Little Canada is Little Caesars.
Yes. Okay, so on Yonge Street, like by TMU campus, there's Little Canada. And I don't know if anybody doesn't know what that is, but
I don't.
It's basically like miniature figurines of different places in Canada. Like there's a mini Niagara Falls, there's a mini Toronto. Anyways, and Riley's walked by this sign since first year.
Yeah.
And she thought it was Little Caesars.
Like, it has the exact same writing. It's the same font. I thought it was like Little Caesars headquarters.
I can just
There's
imagine.
always people standing outside, like, handing out stuff. I'm like, oh, they're handing out, like, free pizza stuff.
I can
like,
just imagine you going in and asking for a pizza. Gosh, I would have paid to see that.
But I was, to me, it's Little Canada, or Little Caesars headquarters.
No,
Little Canada.
I've actually never been to Little Canada. However, our good friend Alex has been to Little Canada. He was telling me, he was like, one day, I just was like, I'm going to go to Little Canada. And he went to Little Canada. And I think he said it was fun. I personally wouldn't pay to go to it, but
Oh, you have to pay to go in.
I think so. You probably do.
Huh.
It looks kind of cool, honestly. It looks kind of cool. Maybe I'll check it out one day.
Maybe you'll check it out one day.
Yeah.
Just like we'll check out the hot dog stand one day.
Yes, Riley wants to do a podcast teaser for Instagram and TikTok of us going to try, well, actually not us, Riley going to
Well,
try
Emma
a
doesn't
hot
want
dog.
to try it.
on
There's a
campus.
hot dog stand on campus. It's called the Sausage Shop. I think I read on the actual sign is what it's called. And the guy's there every single day cooking up his dogs. And there's like Polish ones. There's like all beef. There's vegetarian.
See, I love how you're so intrigued to do this. However, you tell me every time you have a hot dog that you get sick from it,
Yeah.
but you're just willing.
Well, that's why I was saying we have to go on a Thursday because Friday I didn't have class. And Saturday, Sunday. So that would be like the
Yeah.
whole weekend to recover.
But then you're flying home on Sunday. So you can't be sick
I know,
on a plane.
I know, so we might have to do it next semester.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to do it today. But like the weather outside isn't nice either. Like it has to
No,
be
it's
a nice,
raining.
I think we should do it like come back to school, we're getting a hot dog.
Let's do it.
Okay. I had
I'll
a hot dog
film
at
you.
the Jays game yesterday actually, and it didn't
do you
hurt
feel?
my stomach. I feel okay.
Did the
Yeah.
Jays win?
No, they lost. And they
Darn.
were, I know. And it was like 18 degrees out and the dome wasn't open. I was upset about that. But I just got the $20 ticket where you just like go up like on
Find
the deck.
your own seat.
Yeah, like so you don't even sit, you just kind of like stand there. But that was really good. But the Jays versus Seattle, that's always a good game because like back home, you're either a Jays fan or you're a Seattle fan. Cause like,
What are you?
I'm a Jays fan.
Okay, good.
But like, cause Seattle's so close to Vancouver.
Yeah.
It's like when the Jays play Seattle, it's insane. And last year when the Jays played Seattle, Taylor Swift played Seattle at the same time.
Yes, and you flew down to Seattle to go see Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we drove.
But
the Blue Jays game ended at the same time. Doors opened for Taylor Swift.
Oh, perfect. So did you go to the Jays game and then you went right in?
No. My mom was gonna do that, but it like timing and stuff just didn't work out. And so, but I did Taylor Swift, but it was like insane. Like the amount of people that were in that area by like Lumen Field and stuff was
crazy.
Yeah, because like all the Jays people are like coming out. My friend Pig.
Her name is Pig.
Yeah. Her and her boyfriend went to the Jays game because she went the night before I did. So she was already down there So she went to the Jays game, and then after the Jays game, came and met up with me. Yeah, her name's Pig. Her nickname used to be Piggy Swift on...
What's her real name?
I don't know.
Oh.
I only ever call her Pig.
You don't know her real name?
I don't know her real name.
How do you not know her real name?
Kate, you want to know the story?
Yes, I would. Please enlighten me.
Okay, so I was going to Toronto to go to Taylor Swift by myself for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But me and my friends were going to Seattle to go see her as well. And so my friends that were going, one of them, she had like this Reckless Riley fan account. And like she'd post like weird pictures of me on it.
Yes, I know. I've seen.
Okay, yeah. So it's that girl. And then so she was like looking up Swifties online, and she found Pig. And her name on Instagram is Piggy Swift. And so she followed Pig around the whole, like, because she kept sending pictures of Pig. She's like, look at Pig, look at Pig. She's like, I love Pig.
This is stalkerish.
Yeah. So she found Pig at the stadium, and me and McKenna were like, go say hi to her. Like, go, you got to get your picture taken with her. And Meg wouldn't. She just kept, like, following Pig around. So anyways, she messages Pig off of Reckless Riley fan when she sees that Pig is also going to Toronto. And she's like, hey, I'm going to Toronto too. Do you want to meet up? So she set this whole thing up.
She's going to think it's you.
Yeah, she thought it was me. So Pig, and I had to tell Pig when I met up, Megan's like, you're meeting Pig here. You guys are going to the show here. And then finally, Megan was like, hey, text me on my main account. And so she started messaging me on Reckless Riley, like my actual account. And I told Pig when I first met her, I'm like, so that wasn't me that you were corresponding with. That was my friend.
That's so funny. How many years ago was this?
2017.
So like 7 years ago?
Yeah.
And you guys still are in contact?
Yeah, we're still in contact. Yeah, and so we saw each other in Seattle. That was really fun.
How often do you talk?
Not that often, just like Taylor stuff.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so...
That's so funny. I guess that makes sense why you don't know her real name.
I just know her as Pig. And like, she like went with it.
And you just call her Pig.
I call her Pig.
And she responds.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And she finds it funny, though, too. Like,
that's actually hilarious.
Oh, I think her name's Laura. Laura, maybe?
Maybe. Shout out to Piggy Swift.
Shout out to Piggy Swift. But she's since changed her Instagram handle, which sucks.
So you still follow her, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
But it's not Piggy Swift anymore.
Darn.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's the story of Pig.
That is hilarious. I actually, when you told me last night about how you had this story to tell me and how you thought you were kind of dumb.
Yeah.
It reminded me of something that I've thought wrong my whole life. You know the saying, play it by ear?
Yeah.
I thought it was play it by year.
Oh.
For my whole life until like a year or two ago.
Oh.
And I was like, but it makes so much sense. Play it by year, like play it as the day goes on.
Yeah. What does play it by... Like, why is it ear?
Play it by ear because it's like play it by like as we talk about it, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
As we hear it go. I don't know.
I say that too often, but like.
But I always thought it was play it by year. Yeah.
Yeah, because you were like, maybe it's the same thing we're thinking of. I was like, no, it's
definitely not.
Definitely not.
'Cause I love Vermont.
It's the season of the sticks, and I totally thought it was hockey.
We need to play more hockey next year together. Yeah. We need to go out full gear.
We do.
And get some content.
We should have did a multicam production.
We should have.
Hockey.
We should have.
That would have been really fun.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah. I walked past yesterday where we went outside skating, and it's now a skateboard park.
Darn.
I know.
I don't
was
skateboard.
Like, oh. I went actually back to the Mezcal bar where we got in trouble.
You went back?
Yeah, I had a margarita and some tacos.
How was it? Good?
It was good. The lady was not there, so...
Oh.
But I sat out at the window because there's people watching.
We need to figure out what we're doing tomorrow. Riley and I are getting together tomorrow before she goes back to Vancouver on Sunday, and we were talking about doing something that we could film for a video for Instagram and TikTok, but we haven't really done much brainstorming.
No, we haven't. And it's supposed to rain and be windy.
Oh, lovely.
So it's just like, I don't know. Maybe little Vancouver or little Canada. Just kidding.
Little Vancouver.
My brain's already back home.
Little Dominoes.
I'm ready to go. I've had to pack up.
So you're all ready to go back?
I got a bit of laundry to do. I have to turn the dishwasher on, but I'm not leaving till Sunday, so I have some time.
Yeah. What time's your flight on Sunday?
9. So I'm back for 9 a.m. Back for 11:30 Vancouver time, and my mom wants to go for brunch, so
lovely.
We'll start it off strong.
Starting it off strong.
Yeah.
And I think you said you're coming back to Toronto a couple of times.
Yeah.
That's it, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emma's going to be so sad.
You're going to be so sad. What am I supposed to do without Rydog and her amazing motion graphic skills?
I don't know. I have this class that I'm taking, and it is so hard. It's motion graphics. I don't recommend taking it. It's every single week, it's a new exercise that's worth 5%. And he can either pass you or fail you. And he's only marked 3 so far.
Have you failed
10.
any?
No, not yet. But he's only marked 3.
Oh.
And I've handed in 8. There's 2 more are due next week. But I'm like, and you have 1 that you can redo. But I'm like, you're not leaving much time since it's due on Tuesday.
No, that's not a lot of time at all.
So I'm kind of annoyed. But it's the hardest class. And Emma saw what I did. I made this, like, it was supposed to be an animation using only text. So I made, like, a wine bottle out of text, and I made a wine glass out of text.
But she left one of the words on the screen for longer than it was supposed to be on the screen. We can put this in a video for TikTok and Instagram.
I left it on the screen for probably, I think it was 3 minutes.
I think it was 3 minutes. She didn't trim the... So it's a 3-minute video, and the motion graphic is, what, 15 seconds? Not even.
I think it's 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah. And it just says shard.
It says shard on the screen for like 3 minutes.
Emma thought it meant a shard of glass.
Yeah.
But it actually means
Chardonnay. Chardonnay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Chardonnay.
I can tell. You made a whole 10-second motion graphics on it.
I hope.
And you just left Chard on the screen just to make it known how much you love Chardonnay.
I hope that Lee, my prof, likes it too. I don't think he will.
I think he'll think it's interesting.
Because everyone puts all their stuff in the Discord, like all of their work in progress and stuff. I was going to put mine in, but after all of your reactions to it, I don't think I'm going to put it in the
I think you should. All that hard work, how long did that take you to do?
4 hours.
4 hours?
Yeah.
4 hours?
Yeah.
Wow. For 5%.
Yeah.
That's too much.
That's like every week, though.
That's too much.
And I have 2 more to do, and I'm like, I don't know. He's like, most people, like, don't hand them all in, but I'm like, I need to hand them all in.
Yeah.
But, like, the one exercise was when Emma got her concussion.
Yes. Can you talk about that? Because that was hilarious when you texted me. Riley texted me, and she's like, Emma, I have this motion graphics assignment. Can you send me an email stating that I helped you in your days of need during your concussion? And I was like, okay. So I send her an email, and I'm like, Riley brought me groceries. Riley helped take out the garbage.
It's all true.
She was a great friend.
She cut up my chicken.
She cut up my chicken. Actually, that was the end. And then I left a couple spaces, and I was like, she also helped cut up my chicken. Because when Riley hurt her thumb, she had me come over to her apartment, and I had to cut her chicken and her vegetables for her.
My mom was like, can you ask Emma? She's like, I'll pay her.
I was like, no, I'll just do it for free. Labor.
Yeah. So, but like, some of the exercises are just like crazy. It's like one of them was like meet with another classmate and then take copious amounts of notes. Is that a word? Copious? I'm pretty sure that's
it is
the
a word.
Like,
I don't know
like
if
a
it's
lot
the
of
right
notes.
word. Yeah,
a lot of notes. And then, so now I've done that. Like, I'm like, did I take enough notes from what Jordan, who's in our like multicam class, that gave me on, and his was really good. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm showing you what I've done. I suck at motion graphics. Like, it's not my calling. I thought I was going to learn a lot in this class. Learn nothing.
Well, back to the email. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, what does this have to do with motion graphics?
It's help a friend in need, worth 5%. But, like, I'm like, it was a peer. But I'm like, does Emma count as a peer? But
I guess.
I think so. He's like, yeah, if you'd, like, take someone to the hospital or, like...
I took you to the hospital.
Yeah, I know. That's why I told you. I'm like, you would pass this. Well, you get your free 5% right there.
I know. I would.
Yeah.
I got in the Uber with you, walked you all the way over to
Walked
Emerge.
to the door.
Walked to the door, said goodbye.
And went home and had dinner, and I didn't get to have dinner until 1 a.m.
I know. Riley was supposed to make me homemade pizza that night.
And I was like, can we make dinner first?
Yeah, and I was like, Riley, I don't think that you're good to be just walking around with a paper towel on your thumb. I think you need to go to the hospital.
I was in shock.
Yeah, that was because I don't think you could move your thumb right after you did it.
No, I couldn't.
And I don't think either of us knew how bad it actually was.
Except my mom when I got there and I sent her the picture and she's like, I think you've hit a tendon. And I was like, oh, no, she doesn't know what she's talking about. I didn't even know what a tendon was at that time. And then I go there and she's like, yep.
Well, I don't do good with blood. It's not my forte. So Riley covered it up right away. I think so that I didn't have to see it. So I didn't
want to see it
out.
either because like I didn't want to have to deal with that.
No, and so I think because you had covered it up right away, we neither of us really looked at it.
I have a picture of it wide open.
Yeah, neither of us really looked at it. So I don't think either of us wanted to look at it. So we didn't know how bad it was.
I thought I could just put a Band-Aid on it. But you're like, do you need? I'm like, I think so. But I was like, I don't know.
It's so funny. The video when you cut yourself, we're carving pumpkins, and she just starts walking in front of the frame. And I think she paced in front of the frame like 16 times.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And I'm just standing there like, what do we do? Like, what do we do now?
I know.
Anyways, a couple weeks later, you did end up making me homemade pizza.
I did.
Yeah. I think it was actually longer than a couple weeks. I think it was like a month or two later.
Was it?
You came around.
I came around. I needed some time.
Yeah.
I needed to heal.
I forget what it was for.
That was the start of Conflicted Chaos. We were at the last day of school for year 3. That was like the beginning of year 3.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
A lot has happened since then.
A lot has gone on.
We've come a long way since you injured your thumb.
We have.
Yeah.
Wow.
On that note. Thanks for listening to season 2.
It's our last time in the studio until September. That's bittersweet. But stay tuned on our Facebook and Instagram. Our Facebook, yeah. Or we don't have a Facebook. No, we don't. Stay tuned on our Instagram and our TikTok for maybe some we'll fun... make a Facebook now. I think we should, for all the millennials, out there. Yeah. I feel like a lot of our fans are millennials because it's our mom or dad or uncle or aunt or our grandparents. Yeah, those are our mega fans. Leah Stevens. She's not quite a millennial. But yeah, we've got a little highlight reel from some of our best times over the last year. That's going out soon. That is. And then we've got some fun summer stuff, hopefully, planned. Hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. Well. We'll see you in year 4. That's crazy. See you in year 4. Next time I'll be sitting in this chair. I'll be a senior. I hope by the time we end in year 4, I know how to use all of this equipment. And when we have a technical difficulty, we'll know how to fix it. Yeah. My hopes are low for that one. However, my hopes are high for us coming back for season 3. But until then, watch the summer series, summer edition of Conflicted Chaos. The Zoom Diaries. We'll be back to COVID times. We'll be back. We'll be back to a little box on the screen. Yeah. It's like a full circle moment here. I think, do you know where you're going to do yours? My setup? No, I don't actually. I have no idea where I'm going to set my stuff up. I'm going to have to figure that out. I might need to get a backdrop. Yeah, I was thinking that because my mom has an office. Mm-hmm. And I told her, I'm probably going to have to use this for podcast room because they like to roam around in the kitchen when I'm there. Recording, yeah. Well, it's a good thing we got our own mics and we've got the equipment. We just need to figure out where we're going to be. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see you then, guys. See ya. Peace out. Bye.